Buongiorno, and welcome to the Italian American radio show and podcast. Whether you're sipping an espresso, indulging in a plate of pasta, or just tuning in from your favorite pizzeria, we're here to bring you the flavors, traditions, and stories that make up the heart of the Italian American experience. From the bustling streets of Little Italy to the family kitchens where recipes are passed down through generations, we'll explore it all. So grab a cannoli, settle in, and let's embark on this delightful journey together. In each episode, we'll feature interviews with fascinating guests, share authentic recipes, and dive into the history that shaped the Italian-American community. But most importantly, we want to hear from you. Call in, share your stories, and let's create a community that celebrates the essence of La Dolce Vita. You can also catch our podcast episodes for a taste of Italy wherever you are. So whether you're Nana's favorite or just discovering your roots, get ready for a radio experience that's amore. Right here on the Italian American radio show and podcast. Andiamo! Stay tuned for an hour of cultural delights coming your way on the Italian American radio show and podcast.
Welcome to the Italian American radio show and podcast. I'm your host, Fran Sullivan. And welcome to Las Vegas, because that's where we do the show from. And we have a very, very talented singer with us this morning, or this afternoon. It would have been morning if our guy here would have let us get on a little earlier, you know what I mean? But he likes to torture us. So, but in any event, Justin's a good man. He just likes to torment me. But in any event, we have a singer that we're going to introduce you to, and if you don't know him, his name is Ryan Baker. Good-looking young guy. Reminds you a lot of like a young Sinatra. A real young, I'm going to say Tony Bennett, but he was really young, though. Well, this guy's pretty young, but in any event.
It's all relative, you know.
Huh?
It's all relative.
It's all relative. That's the truth, yes. But I'm looking. He brought a few things with him. Can I just have this? I want this right here. I'll get the card. You don't have to get it. He's doing a show down at the Italian American Club here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is on Sunday, June the 2nd. Sunday, June the 2nd. It's 6:30 dinner, 7 p.m. You know, between 6:30 and 7 p.m., you're sitting and you're having nice dinners. And the show starts at 8. And very inexpensive to get a dinner and entertainment like this for $70. Can't beat it. And this is Ryan Baker and the 17-piece Baker Big Band. That's right. your band?
Well, yeah.
Well, all right. I love it. And I'm over here. I'm looking at the I can't see. I left my glasses in the car, but Patrick Hogan.
Yeah.
And above that is a girl. Is that a girl's name? Above it, the fine print?
No, he's the musical director.
Musical director?
That's all it says.
Okay, musical. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Musical director. Patrick Hogan. I didn't know. With musical director Patrick Hogan. But this is, let me explain to you what a 17-piece orchestra is. That's something that your major entertainers have. I mean, this is not a little deal here. So I could imagine. I haven't heard the sound, but I could imagine it. His sound, and I know that because I used to be a singer. And trust me when I tell you, I'd have loved to have had 17 pieces behind me at any given time, but I never did. But God Almighty, that's fabulous. Sunday, June the 2nd. So you got if there's a chance for you to call down there today, I'd like you to do it. The number 702, naturally, 437?
I think 457.
Yeah, or is it 457? Yeah, 457. I'm sorry. 457 3866. 457 3866 is 702 naturally. Well, not naturally, not really, not anymore. 702 457 3866. And that's the number to the Italian American club. And you can't. Oh, and that club is like, believe me, it's like you're going into a hotel, a big hotel downtown, and it's that beautiful. I mean, it's just fabulous. And they got a stage up there. The last time I was in, I think it holds the audience holds like 200, 250.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And we definitely want to fill that.
Absolutely.
We definitely want to fill it.
Got 17 people to pay here.
Yeah, we got 17 mouths to feed. And thank you very, very much. That's why you're the producer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny you talk about the area code. Like I moved here a little over 20 years ago, and even then there's really like there were a lot of ads with no area code on there because
Right,
obviously 702.
Everybody knew it. Yeah, not now.
Well, yeah, I guess
No.
you know.
I mean, it really is, but there's so many people they're using these phones.
Yeah, that's so that's
And they all have different. They all have the 3 different digits.
Sure.
Not all of them, but
yeah, that's exciting. I mean, you talk about the sound of that kind of band. I mean, somewhere if someone was wondering what that sounds like without, you can't really go around and see it wherever you want at all. But
no.
But I mean, it's the old albums that that have like a band without strings, like a Sinatra at the Sands. That's the Count Basie band,
Right.
at the Sands back in the '60s. But that's about how many musicians we've got. We got 4 trumpets, 4 trombones, 5 saxes, guitar, piano, bass, drums. Piano is Patrick. He's an amazing piano player. Sings a bit too.
Oh, yeah?
We
Really?
may twist his arm and have him
Oh,
get in on
great.
some of
Yeah.
the singing too. But
That's always great if you could do that. It's always great.
but yeah, he's incredible. And I got a lot of great musicians.
How long does the show usually last, Ryan?
It's about 80, 90 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
A good bit of time.
Yeah. I mean, this is, we were talking a little before we started. The show's called Big Band Crooners, and the first time I did it was about almost 6 years ago now, at the IAC, and it was kind of all those kind of guys. I mean, so the guys who'd recorded these songs with a band like that. So you got Sinatra, Dean Martin,
Right.
Harry Connick Jr., Michael Bublé, and we had some Bobby Darin songs. Now, and then later on we added some Tony Bennett songs. So we had about those 6 mainly. But then we started really focusing on. We did more of these shows, and then we do like all Dean, all Frank, and this one that we're doing all Bobby Darin songs.
Now, okay, I wanted to ask you about this how you're doing this. Now you're doing Bobby Darin. Are you doing Bobby Darin sounding like Bobby Darin, trying to imitate him?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So you try to
because we're trying to emulate the arrangements too, the band. So we got charts based on the original arrangements, like from the record.
right.
So I mean, the band's gonna play it, pretty much like you remember.
Yeah,
Like,
just-
if you hear like Beyond the Sea, it's
Yeah,
gonna sound,
It's going to be
Mac the Knife, all
Yeah.
that. So I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to come out there as
No,
Bobby,
no.
like I'm Bobby, and
Right.
and in the first person or something, and try and make my face look like him. And
No,
stuff.
no,
but,
no.
But I mean, I'm the spirit of the songs. Yeah, I'm really
you
trying
get
to
into it there.
put him over the way he did them. Yeah.
All right, now there's a song. Now you probably do it, but I don't know. But if you don't do it, you got to do it. It's the last song of the show.
Are you talking about The Curtain Falls?
Yes,
I have done that one.
isn't that a fabulous
Oh
song?
yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh my God! You want to close this song? Hey, I'm talking to you, pal.
He's there.
He's there. He's watching. But that song, it's like a finale without being a finale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
really-
it closes it, but it's like they're love it. They want more of it.
Yeah, it's really like such a perfect song about being an entertainer, a performer, and your relationship with the audience.
Yes.
Doing a show.
It just
and yeah.
it just grabs them.
Oh yeah, it's
You
beautiful.
got to do that
Yeah.
always. You should do it in the other shows too. In
The
reality.
thing is, yeah. Well, I mean, there's always so many songs to pick from. Especially, I mean, I just did the last two of these I did were both all Sinatra songs, and we probably like 21 Frank songs in each show.
Wow.
Because I mean, they're 3 minutes apiece, and
Yeah.
just keep rolling. But there's still so many that I would have put in there. I didn't have time
Yeah,
for.
you don't
But I
have
mean,
the time.
And Bobby's got so many killer arrangements with the band and just swinging tunes. And,
Right.
I mean, obviously the big hits, but even some of the lesser known ones are really just like they're just
It just
so
that's what
exciting to do.
it's-
And
yeah, that's
when
what
you get
made
the
it.
whole band like that, it's really
Yeah, I remember I'm from South Philly, so I grew up with guys like that, and
Hmm.
my mother had a bar at the time, I remember, and I was bartending for her, helping her out. And it was during the day. And I knew he was going in the hospital for something. And he died. And it was on the radio like that. Boom, you know what I mean?
37 years old.
Yeah, he was a young guy, And everybody loved Bobby Darin. I mean, he went through that phase, with the glasses. Do you remember when he went through that? That was when he was having the problems with Sinatra or something. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs. I mean, what's something we do in the shows, we have a few times in the show we put up some video, like montage, sort of like those old A&E biographies they used to do
Yeah.
with like Danny Aiello and the black and white photos and all
Right.
that. And so, I mean, his life, I mean, when he was a kid, the doctors were telling his mom, and he could hear them talking. They weren't like careful not
Yeah,
to let
that he shouldn't be doing it.
Well, no, that he won't. He probably, it's like he probably won't make it to 18. I don't know what they were saying, but
Really?
like yeah, they probably won't survive. And he heard that, or they told him, or whatever, So he knew that the doctors were saying that when he was a kid.
Wow.
So he was telling his friends that, I'm going to be a singer, I'm going to be a star, and he's like, and I got to do it really quickly because I'm going to die. That's what he said to his friends when he was like, it's like playing ball on the street.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh,
just
wow.
ridiculous to
Wow.
me. So, and then he did it.
And he did
it all.
die, yeah. He
Well,
was-
no, but I mean, he did all
Yeah.
that stuff he said he was going to do.
But he did it. Yeah, he did
and
it
he
all.
made it to 37. I mean, I was old and 37 when I started doing these shows. But
He did everything, from movies
yeah,
to the entertainment. He was a great entertainer,
wrote
but he was
songs,
movie
yeah.
acting. I mean, he did it all. He covered all the bases. And then, of course, he married Sandra Day. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she was everybody. She was the Debbie Reynolds of I mean, she took Debbie Reynolds'
yeah,
place.
right.
She really, truly did. Everybody loved her. And it was a shame because he was such a talented guy. I mean, he was, but it's great that you're doing them, and keeping them out there,
Well, he doesn't get maybe as much play as some of the Rat Pack guys. I mean, Tony Bennett's had a lot, especially because he was here so long with us doing music. And you got some of the younger guys, like I said, like we've done a lot of Harry Connick, a lot of Michael Bublé. It's great they're keeping it alive, but yeah, he's got such a catalog and such a style, and
Yeah,
just,
that's what he had.
yeah,
He
it's
had-
just soulful, swinging kind of
Yeah.
cat. Yeah, absolutely.
So where you been playing besides here in Vegas? Do you travel with the orchestra or no?
Occasionally, not so much with this show as yet, but working on that. But I was actually just in Arizona last weekend. Did a couple of Rat Pack shows with a friend's Rat Pack show.
Oh, okay.
So I played Frank in that part, and that's more like an impersonation deal where it's
Yeah,
like,
well, you
ladies
got
and
him. Yeah,
gentlemen,
you got
Frank
it, yeah.
Sinatra, and
Yeah.
do the whole thing. But that's a lot of fun. And I mean, we both know Rick Michael.
Yeah, sure.
So I mean, I've been traveling all over North America with him and his Rat Pack show since 2008. So not as much these days because he's got his own Frank show now and he does a lot of touring with
Yeah,
that.
he sure does.
But we still hook up on some dates here and there.
I didn't know he was still doing the Rat Pack stuff.
I mean, occasionally.
Yeah, he does it once in a while.
Yeah, more years ago. But I mean, it could be a lot of big ones too. I mean, he books things at PNC Bank Art Center in New Jersey, and but yeah, he's all over the world. He just told me he's going, South America, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a fair amount of traveling over the years. Also with a show called Shades of Sinatra, which that's one I helped create with some friends. And we did that mostly here, but we've taken that traveling. We just did a thing in Reno in December.
You got to get his agent.
Huh? Well, I mean, hey, he's been working on that a long time, and he's got a network and yeah.
He's a really talented guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Rick he's a nice guy too. I mean, he's just a
Yeah.
nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a real fast story about Rick. I was driving. My son graduated from high school, and he wanted a. I don't know that he wanted it. I wanted to get him a necklace, a gold necklace. I don't know that Kyle wanted it. I mean, he took it, but in any event, I drove to a couple places looking for them, and they're pricey, And well, this is going back now too. Good, almost 10 years, but maybe not that long. But I happen to be. I used to live in an area where he lives right now, where Rick lives.
Mm-hmm.
So there was, and it was a Saturday, and I don't know. I just was kind of cruising through there. Had some friends over there besides him, and he's having a garage sale, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
So I see him in the driveway. He's halfway up the driveway. So I pull up. And so I said, let me get out of the car. So I get out of the car and I go over. I start talking with him. We're chit chatting, and he asked me how things are going with him and his wife. They're doing great. So he asked me what I was doing. He said, "What are you doing now? It's Saturday. What are you doing? You going to go have a drink or something?" I said, "No." I said, I'm looking for a necklace, a gold necklace for my son. He graduated school. I want to get him a nice necklace." He said, "Don't go nowhere. Stay right here. I swear to God, stay right here, Fran." He goes in the house. He comes out with a rope necklace that I'm telling you is a real rope necklace. Now, I'm not talking about, I don't mean a big fat one, but it was a nice one.
Right, right.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Thick as the one you got around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And down to there.
Okay.
And he said, "Here, that's for him, for graduating."
Yeah.
I said, "Are you crazy, Rick?" Because I know it's a $500-$600 item right there without batting an eye. He said, "No, Fran." He said, "You did me a lot of favors." I said, I didn't do you favors. I did myself a favor. But, putting them on the covers and inside stories on them,
Sure.
And, but he insisted I take that. And I did. I get something, but my son couldn't believe that. He couldn't believe that necklace. God almighty.
Yeah.
But that was Rick Michaels. I mean, he just, he's stand-up guy, you know what I mean? He really,
Yeah.
really is. And
Absolutely.
they started, I had my TV guide. That was 2000. They just started that, the Sahara.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And-
you mean like the Rat Pack?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I went down, I interviewed him and forwarded him. They were really good too. He had a good group there.
Well, that's the one that kind of started it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
David
They
Cassidy
started
and
it all.
everything. Yeah.
He was doing D. Martin at the time.
Right.
And the Sinatra guy, he was okay, but he was, he just wasn't really, he wasn't as good as the guy, I'm trying to think of his name, that did Sammy Davis. You probably know him. He's out in California now. I can't think of his name right now, but not really nice guy. And man, could he do Sammy? Man, could he do him? And dancing and singing, he
Oh yeah, that's a that's
he
demanding
did it
role,
all,
yeah.
But I put them on a couple times. I had them a couple times,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a real, it's interesting. Like circle.
Yeah.
I was just talking with the Sammy on this gig in Arizona, and we were talking about some of the guys we both know, and it's a very small, it's
Yeah.
a tight knit group. It's a kind of a very specific thing to
Yeah.
do, And I've been doing some work with Dick Feeney's Rat Pack show here in town in Tuscany. I started subbing in there as the Frank, and I also do the Dean Martin sometimes. So
Right.
so that's a lot of fun.
So now I was going to ask you that, or are you doing anything here like just on the weekends or anything?
Well, I
That
mean,
you know,
I'm there on
nothing
a kind of like
steady, but
a
just
sub basis. Like, I got to fill
excuse
in.
me.
They go take the show out of town, or they need someone to fill in. I'm there, a few dozen times a year, maybe. But and but I also am doing a show called Frankly Frank. That's at Alexis Park, and I just started doing that at the end of last year in October. But that's a pretty steady gig. I'm there about 4 or 5 nights a week, um, and that's a Sinatra tribute show.
Right.
Where it's just, and it's not such like a Rat Pack where I'm not impersonating Frank. I put on a
Yeah.
tux, but it's more about just celebrating Frank, his life,
Yeah, who he
his
was. Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
yeah, and uh, so but I sing all the big Frank hits, and there's a gal on the show with me. Her name's Annie Lyon, and she sings a few of the songs and does a little comedy and um, kind of breaks things up, and we do some sing together and things like that. And we have counterparts that do the other. It's because the show runs 7 nights a week, but the other couple nights, the other 2 or 3
Now,
nights.
Alexis Park, and what nights are you there?
Right now, I'm there Sunday through Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Sunday,
And
Monday,
you
Tuesday,
go on at
Wednesday.
what time?
7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Does it cost anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta
No,
get it, yeah.
Well, I just
Oh yeah, no, they have tickets available. It's modernvegas.com is the kind of the company that they run a few shows over there. They have an Elvis show, Motown
I mean,
show.
you just buy the tickets there,
They can, yeah,
Yeah.
but they're available kind of all different places.
right?
TripAdvisor, Vegas.com, wherever people buy tickets for shows.
Yeah.
They can find them, and they have deals that run, and especially like locals, they can shop around and get.
Well, the reason
get
I'm
it.
asking that, Ryan, is because I'd like people to understand where you are.
Yeah.
And then of course we want to tell them if it costs a couple bucks, it costs a couple bucks.
Yeah,
But if you're a Sinatra fan, you're a Sinatra person. A couple bucks means nothing to you,
Well, no,
especially if you can get a little history on him and hear a bunch of his songs and see talent doing his tunes.
it's right near the Strip. It's on Harmon, between Paradise and Koval, and it's competitively priced like
Right.
the shows on the Strip.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's always some discounts you can find, but it's
Do they have
it's a great
food
show.
in there that you can order food or anything? Or
Not
no,
not with
it's not
the show.
like a dinner. No.
They have a restaurant
Yeah.
in the hotel, but it's not
Right.
like a dinner show or
Yeah,
anything.
okay.
But yeah, they got a bar and a restaurant.
They're doing that now, though. They're coming back with that kind of dinner show stuff.
Well, I mean, the IAC
That's
is
what
certainly
that is
doing
right
it.
there. That's where.
They got the
Yeah.
the buffet, and they got some
Yeah.
some of the best food anywhere.
Oh, that's the best deal in town.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, where you going to go have a dinner show?
Yes, yeah. See all 18 of us.
Yeah, all 18 of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is at the Italian American
Absolutely.
Club. Maybe I'll take you and we'll go. And maybe I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know a guy. I can
Yeah.
get your
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah, I know a guy too. Yeah. I know a girl. It's even better.
Well,
But and let's see what we got here, Ryan.
Oh, well, that's an album I recorded about, gosh, going on 10 years ago.
No kidding.
And that's a little different. That's more like original arrangements of jazz standards, just great old jazz songs, standards, Great American Songbook. But I got an incredible band here in town. Speaking of South Philly, I got Joe Lano on guitar. I don't know if you know
okay.
Joe, but he's an incredible musician, and he helped me put the rest of the band together. But some really great players on there, and yeah, that was a lot of fun putting that together, and learned a
You
lot.
got a lot of good tunes on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of-
there's some that just I've loved for years and years. I mean, there's hundreds that I've sung before and love to do, but
Is this for me?
absolutely, yeah. I'll like personalize and everything. I
I want
just
to put
grabbed
it
it.
in my car.
You got it, yeah.
I want to put that right in my car. Give me 2 minutes. You want me to give you 2 minutes? All right, you got 2 minutes.
That all I longed for long ago was you.
Long ago and far away, I dreamed a dream one day, and now that dream is here beside me. That the glow of your being, it outshines every star you'll feel part of. Every mountain, sea, and shore. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dear, her name is Little Beth. She loves the sun. Our daily walk is her idea of fun, resting in my arms as I thrill to the magic charms of you. Beside me here beneath the blue, darling, if you willed it, I would help to build it. Just picture a penthouse way up in the sky. With each word your tenderness grows. Leave me high. Don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving.
Now, let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Do you sell these at your when you entertain or no? You
Yeah,
don't- do you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's
The,
fun, yeah.
The where did you record that at?
I actually recorded that here in Vegas at UNLV.
No kidding.
Yeah, they got a great studio there, and a guy named Ron George did most of did the recording with me, and mixing, and Joe worked on that a lot too, and yeah.
You just brought the music in, the musicians in,
Mm-hmm.
and they just charge you for studio time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just but it's first class.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ron George, Chuck Foley. They got a great operation over there, and yeah, it was a really great space.
Wow.
And, yeah, it was a thrill. I mean, it was Joe's trio. So it's Jeff Davis on bass and Jess Scopin on drums, and Dave Loeb, an incredible piano player from he's from the faculty at UNLV. He's head of jazz studies over there, on a few of the tunes, and some great horn players. Another Italian, Rocky Lombardo on the trumpet, and Eric Tewald on the reeds. But yeah, it was just top-notch players, and they did a great job with the recording and mixing and mastering, and it was a real, like I said, a real education. I hadn't done anything like I'd done little 30-second things with,
Right.
like for other people, like for radio jingles and stuff, but never like recording like that. It was a real experience.
Yeah, that's first class.
Yeah,
That's what it
absolutely.
is. It's
Yeah,
first
yeah,
class.
yeah, definitely.
You know what you ought to do? Not that I'm giving you big advice here.
Please.
You ought to do a Christmas album.
Oh, I'd love to.
Do it.
Well, okay. Well, I got to get another life savings that I used on that one to record,
Well, you have the orchestra.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's like you said, studio time, and you got to pay them too. But
Yeah.
and that's just the beginning. You really got to put money into the promotion,
Sure.
and advertising, marketing. But yeah, trust me, the music I probably got the songs picked out at home for the Christmas album. Like you know what I mean? Like
Well, I'm sure
that's just fun to just.
if you threw that out to a few people, they'd give you the
Yeah,
money.
I'd have to
They'd back
find
you.
find some backers, or
Yeah.
these days they got something
Especially
called,
with a Christmas song.
yeah,
They come up with the cash.
I've
for
had
it.
friends who have had some success with crowdfunding. I really got to
Yeah.
build that up a bit, but it's it's all a whole process. I mean, to do that, you really got to build such a following that you can pull off a campaign like that and really
You
get
can
enough
pull
to
it.
do it right.
If you believe in yourself, you can do it.
Oh, I believe. Hey, why?
I believe in you.
I think I already told you I have a 3-year-old at home too.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely got a full plate
A
these days.
3-year-old. Oh my God.
But yeah, yeah.
Well, he
But,
wakes you up slapping you in the face when you're taking a nap or sleeping.
oh yeah, she's already done that.
She's
yeah.
already done
Oh,
that to you?
oh
Yeah.
This is
Oh, they're good. They're good for that. They're
This
great
is-
for that. Let's see.
that's all right.
Oh, she's a cutie. Face on this little babes. That's Daddy's little girl for sure, right?
Oh yeah.
You only have the one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One's enough for now.
She she's a handful. She keeps
Yeah,
us-
well,
keeps
they
us
are.
running.
They are, and but they only get better. They get better as.
She's a sweetheart. I mean, it's just a lot. It's
Yeah.
a lot of energy and just wants to run and go and do all the time.
Is your wife working, or is she still a housewife?
No, she stays at home with the baby. Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of stay at home fathering too.
Well,
and then work mostly at night. So
if if she can do that, if you could have her do that, it's really good because it really helps the baby.
yeah. Well, the thing, she was born March of 21, so that was like still pretty much a lot of things shut down.
Yeah,
still.
everything
So-
was done. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was different as far as, trying to keep everything safe and do all the visits and hospital and everything. But it was really a unique time because I wasn't working at the time.
Right.
So we were just home with her for the first year or two, So that was a great
was fun.
experience. I mean, yeah, that was a real opportunity.
That was fun. That's what
so,
what
yeah.
that's called. Fun.
Yeah.
Kids are fun.
No, she's the best. I mean,
I have a grandson. He just turned 2.
wow.
And he's a little character. And I keep telling my daughter, boy, Bridge, he's going to get you, Bridget.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she was talking to me last night. She was telling, what was he doing? Oh, he has a vacuum cleaner, and he was vacuuming all the toys on the floor.
Okay.
I said, well, it's that's what they do.
Right.
They're very clean kids, She said, no, he's just a mess. He's just making a mess. I said, you haven't seen that yet, Bridget. But she has another one. Gage is 13, so she kind of forgets, what they were like when, with Gage. Well, but Gage was he was a little different. One kid's a little menace, and the other one's.
Oh, well, from kid to kid, it's different.
Yeah, totally different pages. Yeah, but you got what's her name?
Sophie.
Sylvie.
Sophie.
Sophie.
Mhm.
Man, I'm losing my hearing. Sophie. That's a nice name.
Yeah, we like it.
Sophie. Yeah, I like it too. Well, it's not a usual name. You don't hear it much. You don't hear.
Yeah, maybe not as much as you used to.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even then, I'm trying to think. Sophie. I had an aunt Sophie.
Yeah.
It's the only one I knew. I was back in Philly now.
I have some in my family too. Different ones, but
Sophie.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. I didn't. I don't know. Out on the road, I didn't meet too many Sophies. Can't
Yeah.
remember one actually. But so you're ready to rock and roll with this show. Let me
Yeah.
have that again,
Yeah, getting excited.
please.
We got rehearsal soon, and the band. I mean, even those are just fun.
Did they let you rehearse there?
Well, we're not. That's not where we're gonna. We got a different place. That's the space where they could do.
To do the rehearsing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot. They might, but they got a lot going on there. They got parties and,
Yeah.
and the restaurant and going and everything. So
Yeah.
other shows.
Because I want to mention this again, Ryan. This is the Italian American Club down on Sahara, and it's 2333 East Sahara, and that's pretty much soon as if you're going down from the hotels, you're going to go over Eastern, and start looking to the left
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be coming up real quick on your left hand side. Very beautiful, beautiful place. It sits way back, got a gigantic parking lot, but the facade is beautiful, very, very Romanesque. I mean, it's very, very, very pretty,
Oh yeah.
and the inside is just as pretty. And And Ryan is going to have the big band there, 17 pieces. And he's going to be doing a songs made famous by Bobby Darin, who made a lot of famous songs. I'll tell you a funny story. Well, because we're just talking.
Yeah.
My brother was in the Coast Guard. This is 1958, 59. When did he come out with Split Splash? Do you remember?
That sounds right around that.
Right
yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
So Bobby comes home from, I think it was, he was in Cape May for like boot camp or whatever, and he came home for that. And my mother threw him a party. She didn't stay. She just let all his friends in. There was a ton of them. But my mother's sister lived with us. And my Aunt Betty, her name was Betty. And she was crippled. She had polio, so the one hand was crippled. And she had a bad leg. Yeah, 1959. That's Bobby. That's when he was in there. Yeah, right there. You're right, Ryan. Right there. Because I was a kid, I was 10 years old or something,
Mm-hmm.
And the place was packed, in my house. We had a pretty big house. And the music's blasting, right? And that song seemed like it never went off, It was it just kept playing and playing and playing, And girls and dancing, and you are when you're a kid, if you see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my Aunt Betty, like the party's over. I'm it's the next day, right? I'm in the kitchen. I'll never forget that. And she comes walking into the kitchen, and she lived for coffee. She drank coffee all day long, and she's going, splish splash, taking a bath. But that's why I'm taking a bath,
Mm-hmm.
Scrub my back and wash my back. And I'm hysterical, the way she's saying it, Split splash, scrub my back. And she said, is that the only song they had or something, the only record, I said, well, it's the one they liked, Aunt Bet, that's the one they liked. She never gave up on that. I swear to you, Ryan, if she said splish splash once, she said it 1,000 times over the course of me living there, growing up there, because she only listened to Bing Crosby and Perry Como and
Right.
or just concert type music, or Broadway tunes. Anything other than that, forget about it. If you had it on the radio,
Well, yeah, that was the thing about Bobby was he was about 10, 20 years younger than a lot of those guys, the Bings and the Franks and the.
Yeah.
Frank was even younger than Bing, but he was like that. He was kind of between the generations,
yes,
So
yeah,
it was he was kind of that bridge with like between the more traditional stuff and the pop and the rock stuff that was coming up in
right.
the 60s.
He could do both, yeah.
Right. Even that song.
And he did
is-
both, yeah.
Right. That song is
Yeah. He did both.
it's kind of like a pop tune.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Everybody, well, like I said, I grew up in a bar business. My family always had bars, jukeboxes.
Right. Oh yeah.
And Bobby Darin's music was on all of them. You know what I mean? You could get his tunes all the time. And I really liked him. I liked him as an entertainer. He
danced. He's
yeah,
funny.
he had
and-
it all. Yeah, he had it all going for
just
him.
born to do it.
And then he went through that phase with the Nehru jacket and the glasses and all. And I always thought, is he just busting Sinatra's chops? Because I know he and Sinatra have had it out. I don't know why, but
Well, I don't know. I think he loved. I don't really know the details, but I think he loved Sinatra's music at the very least. He did a lot of the same tunes that Frank had done.
Yeah.
And probably that probably rubbed Frank the wrong way. He
Yeah.
didn't want everyone, doing the same
Yeah.
tunes as everybody else. So
yeah. But I just thought he was smoking too much weed or something.
it's
He's probably doing that too. Am I
entirely
right?
possible.
He probably was, yeah. And but he looked good doing that. He
Hey,
looked playing that part.
Well, that's it was the 60s, like
Yeah.
70s,
Yeah, it was. You don't remember that, nah.
and
Well,
the people don't do that anymore. So that's
no,
you know,
no, they don't. They stopped doing that. They don't smoke weed anymore.
they could
No,
freeze it, and eat it like a popsicle. Which is literally true. You can get cereal, candy bars.
They probably do. You're probably
I mean,
right.
Anything you want, they
Yeah.
got.
Probably right about that. Yeah. But back to you.
Yes.
Ryan Baker is going to be at the Italian American Club, Supper Club, on Sunday, June the 2nd.
Yes.
It's a dinner theater show, and the tickets are $70. A dinner and a show. You can't beat it because the food at the Italian American Club is, I'll put it up against any restaurant in this town.
Oh yeah.
Any restaurant. I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. I know.
Well, it's a full buffet. You know what I mean? So they got
Yeah.
just
It's a buffet that you can't beat.
just load
Yeah,
up.
I'm trying to think of her name, who the girl was that was did the show there last. She sung with Sinatra, took her under his wing for a while, made her a big star. I can't think of her name now, but I went to see her show there, and trying to think I saw another show, and the buffets were whatever you want. They did it just had everything.
The meatballs alone
Yeah.
are worth the
Yeah.
price of admission. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And well, the idea is to get people, and I will do this every week for you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No, I
Yeah.
truly I will, and the idea is I'd like you to go down there and promote Ryan down there and promote the Italian American Club. They can use people to come in, and once you go there and you see what we're talking about here, because this is a very elegant place.
Yeah, well, they got so much great music there. They got music in the lounge every night they're open.
Yeah, they have music. Yeah, every
So
night.
Wednesday through Sunday
Yeah.
they're open. They got stuff in the lounge, and they got Nicholas Cole on the keys, and he sings great. And they have some featured guests on Fridays and Saturdays, and then they got a bunch of shows in the big room. I'm going to one tonight actually. They got a great Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute tonight, but yeah, it's just a great place to go. I always love it. There's no smoking and there's no machines.
No
It's like
no gambling.
you just
no.
walk in, you smell
No
the garlic,
smoking, yeah.
and it's just
Yeah,
great food,
Yeah.
great music, and it's a great place to hang out, good people, and
yes.
have a good time.
There's Angelo Casara. There's my man Ben
Of
Spano.
course,
And,
Jimmy G and
yeah, yeah.
everybody.
Upcoming events. And there's you.
Coming up.
Yeah, and yeah, you'll like if you've never been to the Italian American Club, you got to go down there and see what we're talking about, because it really is a classy place to take your girlfriend, take your wife, pardon me, take your mom for a birthday or Mother's Day. I don't know if you could even get in there Mother's Day now.
Well,
You could try. You could call
yeah,
and see.
call sooner than later, but it's just also it's such a unique experience. You sit in a room like that, and you have a dinner, and then there's 17-piece band on
Oh
stage.
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
it's you just feel it. You feel it like
in your chest.
Yeah,
It's exactly right. You can feel it. You can feel that music
and
hitting you
you-
right in the
You
chest.
can't
That's exactly right.
can't do that all the time these days.
So it's Sunday, June the 2nd, and it's a dinner between 6:30 and 8. You'll be dining like a rich person, and then you're going to get a fabulous show as if you were at the Ritz-Carlton. Trust me on that. And because I don't even know if the Ritz has 17-piece orchestras, but that's a lot of music coming out of that place.
Well, there's some of the best musicians too. I mean, some of the older guys,
Yeah.
like played Bobby Darin when he was here. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah. Frank and Dean, all those guys.
Yeah, the old timers. They
I mean,
did.
they got stories. I mean, that's some
Yeah,
of the
they-
most fun. Waiting around before the show starts. Just the
Right.
stories I hear are like incredible. Just from the days of the house bands and the showrooms and the lounges and the people who came through here. I mean, some of these guys that were just they were alive and here at the right time for those few decades. I mean,
Yes.
they played everybody.
Yeah.
They met everybody, and they got to work with these legends. You know what I mean?
And
It's
they,
like,
and they were legends that were here then in those days. They were
absolutely.
legends.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Absolutely for sure. Um, well, we're at the Alexis Park.
Right. Well, yes,
That's tonight.
yeah. I'm actually doing that show tonight too.
Uh,
At Alexis Park, Frankly Frank,
It's called Frank and Frank.
Frankly Frank.
Frankly Frank.
Yeah.
Frankly Frank.
Uh,
Now, do you know what that means? Frankly Frank.
Sinatra.
Frankly, he's being Frank Sinatra.
can I
Frankly,
be Frank?
he's got to be frank about it.
Yeah. Frankly.
And the Alexis Park, for people that don't know where it is, where is it?
It's on Harmon Avenue, right between Colville and Paradise, on the south side of the street. It's right near what's now the Virgin. It used to be a Hard Rock.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Can't miss it.
that's
you know.
yeah, that's another great place. They've remodeled that in recent years, so it's beautiful in there
Yeah.
too.
It's a good show to stop down and see. Couple dollars, no big deal, but you're going to get a top notch show is what you're going to end up getting. And where do you go in town and get stuff like that anymore? Unbeknownst to what you're going to get. I mean, you could go, you could come into Vegas and not know what you're going to go see or where you're going to go.
Yeah, well, what's good also is the people who are Frank fans.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the key.
They
If you like Frank
find their way over
Sinatra,
there. We get people from all over the world. You know,
you want to come to a place like this and you want to go see a fellow like Ryan and do the Sinatra stuff because he does it so well. I mean, if he's doing Sinatra with 18, now I'm not saying he's going to have 18 pieces tonight, but he does do a Sinatra with 18 pieces.
I just that was the last time at the IAC was
The
that,
last
yeah.
one was-
oh yeah, so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go. The last show he did down there, it was a Sinatra show, and he had the 17 pieces. And trust me, that's something you see in Hollywood, or on a big Broadway production. You see that kind of orchestra.
It's a real rare treat these days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
It's- you
really
know,
tr-
I'm happy some people are doing it, and but yeah, it's not as easy to just trip over like it used to be.
No. Who's doing your graphics? Boy, that's really nice. I'm looking at he pulled up Frankly Frank.
Oh well, that's the guy who runs that is named Pete Housley.
Really sharp,
who,
isn't it? With the hat and everything.
Yeah, right. I don't know what you're looking at, but
The actual website, Modern Vegas.
oh yeah, that's
Really
that's
sharp.
Pete. Yeah,
I like it.
and he does a really it's a great organization there. Like I said, they have a lot of great tribute shows. They have an Elvis show there called All Shook Up. One called All Motown with these great gals who do all those kind of
Right,
Motown
all the old
songs, that
time
whole era.
Motown stuff.
And they have one that's more like a disco one with Tina Turner stuff and other kind of
Right.
similar artists, and a Neil Diamond show, and yeah. So they got two showrooms, and it's just a lot of good stuff going on over there.
Well, I really wanted you to come on the show, and I'm very happy that you did.
Yeah,
I
me
really
too.
am, Ryan. And I mean this sincerely. I want to put that up on our website, and then you'll remind me every Sunday to mention it, won't you?
I can send you guys anything you need. Yeah.
You will remind me, won't you? What do you tell me?
You
We got.
remind him to remind you.
Oh, you already got it up. You're the
I
man.
had it up the whole show.
This guy's he's on point.
Yeah, but you got to torture them. You must torture them.
Sure.
You know,
I mean,
that's how they know that you like them.
that you right.
Yes, thank you very, very much for that, Justin. He is on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to be able to do as much promoting for you as I can. I do.
Yeah, I appreciate
And
that.
I'm just looking at her backing up. I don't want her to back into my car. Now this is a Sunday, June the 2nd.
Yeah, first Sunday in June.
First Sunday in June.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got to go to that. We have to go. You know,
Yeah,
I'll
it
have
should
to
be
go.
great. Yeah. Just, yeah, let me know.
I was going to call Angela. I was going to call him last night and ask him if he made any money. I told you he was at the Derby.
Oh, right,
He went to
right.
Kentucky Derby. Did you make anything, or did you just?
He went down there? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went to see it. He said it's 150 years. It's history. Okay. It shows your money.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I want to say to him when I do talk to him. Was that cash history too? I know besides the 150 years.
I grew up about, 5 minutes from Belmont, but I never really, I don't
Oh, really?
checked
Yeah.
checked it out too much. But yeah.
Oh, well, to go to the track is always fun.
Yeah, I've probably been once or twice, but a long
Yeah.
time ago.
But of course, you had to go to the where they sit. You know, you can't just be in the bleacher there. You know,
Right.
you got to go upstairs so
Yeah.
you can see the track and you can have something to eat or drink.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and enjoy yourself like a human being.
Sure.
But you know, if you're a degenerate like my brother, my older brother, then he could stand on a corner or he could stand by the fence with the telegraph in his hand, beating it. You
A
know.
little something for everybody.
Oh my God, he was so nuts, my brother. Yeah. So what do we got? 2 minutes, 1 minute? You don't care, huh? You don't care. You don't care. So what else do we have going? We got anything else good going?
That's most of it. Got the 3-year-old at home. Got Big Band Crooners Sunday, June 2nd at the IAC. Frankly Frank Sunday through Wednesday at Alexis Park. Every now and then I'm at the Rat Pack at the Tuscany. And I pop up here and there at jazz clubs in town, like the Dispensary or Maxon Jazz, places like that. Do like a little nice thing with a trio. That's more like the stuff on the album, kind of.
So you're doing stuff down at the Tuscany too?
Well, I mean, more basically the Rat Pack when they need someone
Oh,
need
okay,
me to
okay,
fill in
okay.
sometimes. Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to ask you the most important thing.
Oh wow,
This is the most important one.
just in time.
What are you doing next Sunday? For you know who?
Oh well, a lot of.
What's Sophie doing for her mom?
I don't know. She's making breakfast for all of us. I don't know what she has in mind, but
Sophie's going to make breakfast. I love it.
yeah, she'll be putzing around in the kitchen, and we'll see what she comes up with.
To give you a
Better
copy.
be good.
We got to give you a copy of this when Sophie gets older.
Oh yeah.
Sophie's making breakfast for Mother's Day for mom
Well,
and
you know,
dad.
she loves to help and get into everything.
Does
I mean,
she? She
oh,
likes to get
gosh.
gets her little hands a little dirty. Yeah.
She loves hard-boiled eggs now. She sits there, but for a 3-year-old, the kind of patience and the focus, she's
Just peeling
Yeah.
the eggs, peeling
yeah,
the
just-
shell off.
just- Yeah.
I love it. Great.
Oh,
Good. Good. Well, that's the nice thing about children. I mean, they're just
She's
You're
like
just,
a sponge now, man. She's just picking up things off songs and
Okay.
TV.
well, and she'll continue that for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Till she's 6, 7, then she'll be going in a different direction. Her
Sure.
girlfriends, you know, she'll have some girlfriends
Sure.
from school. They'll be talking other stuff. But
Yeah, she's not too cool for us yet. She's
no, not yet, not yet. No. She's
loves mommy and daddy.
She's mommy and daddy's girl for sure, and you want to keep her there. I wish you wish you
We're
could.
trying.
You know, yeah, you wish you could. Yeah, I did even with my sons.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to keep them there. You know, so they grow up so fast and they leave and goodbye. You don't get to see them again. You know.
Well, yeah.
Well, out here anyway. See, back in South Philly was different. You know, because if you stayed in South Philly, you know, you just knew everybody.
Well, yeah. I'm excited. My parents are going to be out here for the show. So.
Oh, are they?
And they stay for a few days too. So
Oh, good,
spend
good.
Some time
They're
that
good
way.
staying at the house with you, or are they going to just get a hotel room? And you don't know.
Lots. Yeah. I mean, a little of both, but yeah.
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 Yeah, because they're going to want to be with your daughter.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
yeah,
must.
They're here for like especially after the show's over. It's just time
Yeah.
to just relax
Yeah,
and just soak it up.
great. That's wonderful. It really is. It's wonderful. I don't have either one, so
Mm-hmm.
I know what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're ready to rock and roll it. Is that what you're telling me? You're shaking your head there, pal. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show, whoever was listening, and you are listening to me when I say you got to get down to see Ryan Baker at the Italian American Club, and that's Sunday, June the 2nd. And it's going to be a fabulous show. Bobby Darin, or this is the Big Band Crooners, right?
Yes.
With Bobby Darin and it's Big Band Crooners. Is something else, or is that part of the?
I mean, that's the name of the show, and it's just a little different
Yeah.
what kind of material we're doing each time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I get it. Songs made famous by Bobby Darin, and I'm sure you'll love it because I listened to Ryan sing here. I don't know if it was loud enough. Did that go through for everybody to hear too? Oh, well, then you understand he's a very talented guy. We're going to keep you posted with him every week, let you know where he's at, what he's doing, and hopefully we can send business his way and make the restaurants happy when you go in, you get something to eat and you get a few drinks and spend some money. So they have, they know that he's bringing people into the room, and that's what it's all about. That's truly what it's all about. They got to make money besides them. And
Well, yeah, they even after the buffet, they serve till 10, and I mean food till 10, and they got the lounge and the bar going. So I mean, after the show, people go right into the
Yeah, they
lounge,
just
and
go
the
into
music
the-
keeps going. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a party.
yeah, that's right. You gotta go there. Once you go there, you're gonna be hooked. It's that type of a place.
It's a real unique place.
Yeah.
It's like old Vegas, but it's just
That was something Sinatra and Dean Martin and them put together, back in the
Mhm.
'60s,
mhm.
and it worked then, and it works now,
Yeah.
and it really works now because of the people that they brought in the last whatever, I don't know, 10 years, I guess,
Mhm.
that they turned that place around. And,
Yeah.
they really did. They invested a lot of money in it and turned it around. But I hope you enjoyed the show. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed listening to Ryan Baker and his giving you some tips and some ideas on what he does, and how he does it, and where he's going to be doing it. And I really, truly want you to go see this young guy. You'll enjoy him. You really, truly will. And I thank you for coming down, buddy. I'm going to have you
Fran, thank
on
you.
again. Whenever you have time, you call me,
Yeah.
say, "Hey, Fran,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to stop by." If you're driving by, stop by. Bring Sophie.
Yeah.
We'll
Definitely.
give her some candy.
You got it. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
No, I
for
appreciate you
sure.
having me on, guys. Thanks.
No, it's our pleasure. It really is. It's our pleasure. And I know you're looking at me to say, "Shut up." Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. And my producer's telling me, "Shut up." Yeah. All right. Well, I enjoyed having the show today, and I'll be speaking to you next Sunday, which is Mother's Day, by the way. And I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Night and day, you are the one rainbow I ever see. You go ahead, call me. It's possible. I admit I'm unreliable. I know I'd go from rags to riches.
He'd become quite the heartthrob. When he married for the first time, over 2,000 female fans gathered outside the ceremony at St. Patrick's Cathedral, dressed in black as a show of mourning. 1960.
Oh, you make a promise to say the last dance for me. Say the last dance. My kiss, baby. I don't look baby. Grinning. Every best is just a baby. Grinning. My life is gonna be. Nobody else makes me love you. I love yes you. Wonderful you. Had to be you.
Sports Insider Radio, Wednesday morning at 9 on KSHP, North Las Vegas, AM and FM, 829, 6HP, North Las Vegas, and